it's in the other place that they were at. Mrs. was the driver most of the time, and she went fast. And she crashed into one of the pillars one time. So they planted this over at the original site. They planted this to slow her down. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Every single one of those cedar pieces are wrapped on a barrel, steamed and curved. From Russia, okay. Did you know each other? Yes. Yes. Oh no. No, just upstairs.
Oh wow.
That's the big draw now, is all the Christmas ornaments and Christmas decorations. So different.
Wow.
Even the carpet we're stepping on.
Oh, really?
Which usually you don't allow people
Yeah.
on. So this carpet is 100 years old, and it's still very nice.
Yeah.
So who was these people? Because I don't have any idea.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Ainsley, they did canneries. Do you know processed food to be canned, and then you ship them off? His niche, his place was, he has a brother in England, and he shipped all of his canning to England. And the English bought and I guess some of Europe, but mainly England. And so they had the brothers had, they kept each other going in whatever they were doing. So he did that. He made this house will be 100 years old next year. And he built it 25, and he passed away 12 years later. So they weren't in this house very long. But remembering these things right now. So he was here a long time. Is that French? No, I don't know why these people decide.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that fireplace.
Oh, wow.
Copper. Wow. Yeah, and there's not a knob to turn.
It looks like it's weather.
Yeah, I know, I can't focus on what's in the dials.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, they did some nice trim.
Yeah, really nice. Treating all those built-ins too.
Of course, it wasn't decorated like this, but anyway.
Yeah.
He loved it in here. I'll show you this over here. It's kind of interesting. This is the chair he sat on all the time. This tells you a little bit about what his personality was. You see that?
Oh,
He picked it. He picked at it. He was a nervous. He was today we would call him a type A or whatever.
yeah.
And he was very always thinking, always doing things, picking. Yeah.
Huh.
So that's kind of interesting.
My dad was where he sat at the dining room table. It was much like that.
А подожди, а что мы сюда не идем?
And as you can see, everything's Tudor. Yeah, that's the Tudor style, and then the oak leaf. Okay,
Gorgeous.
the old story, the oak tree has a little fairy that lives in it.
Oh.
It's supposed to be very special. So when you say knock on wood, that's because of the oak. You're making the fairies coming out and saying,
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
Oh wow, but I didn't know this. I always use this. It's like superstition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Like to not jigs, yeah, jigs. Like to not ding, yeah.
Yes.
The doors,
Yes.
I know.
This is their dining room.
Oh my God.
And these are all here because of Christmas, of course, and then this is contemporary, what they would be wearing in the day.
Oh,
These are not her clothing, but she wore things like that.
yeah.
This is their breakfast room. So mostly they ate here, they had Sunday dinner there and guests there.
In the summertime, this was a lovely room because all of these doors could open up,
Nice.
and then you'd open up the patio door and you would get a wonderful cross strap in here.
However, what happens, excuse me, what happens when you have your food here and you have everything open?
Flies.
Flies and all kinds of things. So here's how he dealt with this.
Hey, did this house face the same direction when it
Yes.
was on Hamilton?
Yes.
So same with
It
the sun
is.
and everything, yeah.
And the sun would come from that
Mm.
in the afternoon.
Yes.
Which
west.
that sun porch out there would get nice and warm.
Mm.
Yeah. And this is what he did. He had
Wow.
all these had
Yeah.
the screen
Oh
on
my
it.
gosh.
So he thought of everything,
Yeah.
just an electric stove.
Oh,
Wow.
1920s, unheard of.
God. Yeah.
So it's one of the first electric stoves.
yeah.
20.
God, it just went out of my head. 1927, 1930, 1930s. This house was built 1930. What was it?
1925.
25. Yeah. So two nice, great big ovens, 2 warming ovens.
Wow.
A knob on the side for each for bake, broil, and they did have a maid, Maria. She must have loved working here. Large farm sink. All those beautiful dinners that they had. The beautiful bathroom she has with beautiful window. And here,
Oh.
her bedroom. This
Actually,
is
that's a nice
actually the furniture that she used when she was here. This is her bureau, her chest of drawers, everything. And there's another chest over here. We had to take it out because of the decorations. Everything is original to the house, which you can't believe. And for the film, it will show how they packed it up. It was on 88 acres over there, which is now 88 acres of eBay. So it was when the Mr. and Mrs. Ainsley died, and the granddaughters lived in the house for a while. Granddaughter said, this is Grandpa and Grandma's house. It's not our house. So they donated it to Campbell. Well, Campbell said, we don't want it there. We have some land and we want to bring it over to Campbell because that was turned into San Jose, where the house was at that time. So then you'll see in the film, they put it on wheels and they, like you said, they brought it over.
Yeah? Wow.
Yeah. So originally the house was over on Hamilton and Bascom Avenue.
Oh, I see.
And it was orchards everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And he had 88 acres over there of orchards.
But that's what was here too.
Yes.
In this
Yes, he
neighborhood
did.
too, is fruit
And
orchards.
he actually started his orchards over here on Winchester and Bascom Avenue, right over here. He had it sold trees. He had an orchard, a nursery business, and he sold trees, fruit trees, and he had a planted fruit trees, and what he did was he put that fruit in cans. He learned how to can it. He was the first person that was able to do that, and solder the top of the cans onto the can. And his first 1,000 cans, he never sold his product here. He was from England, and he sent it to England, and his brother distributed it in England, and people said, fruit from California, are you kidding me? And the rest is history. It was a big business.
We're still doing this now too in Ukraine, so we can because we have harsh winter and we have just summer 3 months.
Oh, absolutely.
So we do exactly the same like you said.
But we all did that. My grandmother canned, she would get a great big box of fruit.
Yeah.
And they canned for the winter. They
Yeah.
canned the summer to the winter. And we ate fresh canned fruit all winter long. My grandmother did it, and then my mother did it.
Yeah.
And when I came around to do it, I said, ain't no way.
Yeah. It's,
Where's the grocery store?
yeah, it's true.
So that's, it stopped with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch your step. It's beautiful upstairs.
So she don't.
I was looking for something to do, and somebody said, go to the Ainsley house, and they need doses.
Oh, this is the bedroom.
Yes. And it's two twin beds, because
Uh-huh.
in those days, they had twin beds instead of
Ah, it's
one.
one.
So, not everybody, but most people had twin beds at that time. Everything is original in here.
And it's big bedroom. Listen, in this time they don't build so much. You know, like.
Yeah, this is bigger than anything I've seen just about.
Yes.
I mean, the
Me too.
great big houses that they're building today might have a bedroom this big, but
Yeah. So that.
this was her room.
Oh.
Her secretary room. She held a few little meetings here. She used to write all her letters to whatever. She was a person that was always part of the community. She loved her community, and they both, Mr. and Mrs., kind of just said, "Hi, come on in."
Oh,
So
this
it
is
was
a great.
nice. Yeah. So she did a lot of good things for her.
This is like they say.
The thing is, all the moving of this house, not one tile was broken or fell. So the tile is all original.
Yeah.
So they did. It's cold and hot, and the other one it allows the water to come in or out. If you want to, you open the middle one, the water comes out underneath there, and then when you're finished, no shower there. We have a real good shower. This over here, just a minute. This is his, and these are two guest rooms. So remember, they're coming. His family's coming from England. They don't stay 3 days. They stay 3 months or something of that sort. So they have their own guest rooms. Now, this is he created this and made it. It's a shower, and it's 5 heads per shower. 5 heads in 1925.
Wow, they have already invented this.
So this is
I can afford to do that now.
all the tile is handmade. Again, we're a Tudor here, a Tudor style. Do you get to visit? No, right now, no. Oh, no, you're right, I'm sorry. No, I think we could like everywhere. Yeah, they. Right. And let's go to your kids' budget stuff. Oh, yeah, that's an apple. Yes, an apple.
Electrical, I could be upgraded just to have it open.
I'm sorry?
I thought they said there were 4 bedrooms.
There is another one through that door. And it's just.
Ничего.
Это я уже.
Это ты уже переработала.